Hello, everyone's. I am here for 911 on Fox Season 3, Episode 10. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you a family member, you one of my peoples, welcome back. Now, y'all, before we get into this review, I didn't think I was going to like the new 911 that's going to be in Texas. But looking at the preview, and I was like, okay, this looks like something I'm going to get into. So I'm going to try to bring 911 and was it Lone Star into my repertoire in my reviews. So I'm gonna see how it goes. It looked interesting, so we're gonna see how things work out. Now this episode, it is like Black Friday slash a karma episode, like this first little scene, because these people, they waiting to get in a parking spot, waiting for the people to come out, and this woman, she just zooms into the parking lot and like basically looked at them like, well, this is my parking spot now. So she just like goes into the door and like she gets like bumped into by a lot of people because she there because she's trying to find a specific dog. So once she gets back there, she finds the dog. She goes to walk away and some dude just like snatches it from her and she's like, what? And then like she falls, some other woman try to grab the dog, like everybody trying to get the last of this like dancing duck dog. So she gets out her pepper spray and commences to pepper spraying everybody. At this point, the box from the dancing duck has opened at this point. Like everybody laid out, pepper spray. Santa Claus comes up and he was like, hey, no more of that. Now hand me that spray. And she's looking like, Santa, I just wanted this doll for my daughter. He's like, give me the spray. And I guess when she thought Santa was trying to take, the toy. So she spray sprayed it. Not spray sprayed. She pepper sprayed Santa. I was like, ma'am, that is assault. So, yeah, 118 came, Athena came, and she was like, I may be going to jail, but I ain't taking my toy with me. She was like, ma'am, this is going into evidence. Like I seen a clip from like the 80s where the Cabbage Patch doll was like really, really big and people was cutting up several foods to get the doll. And I think the same thing happened when the Tickle Me Elmo came out. People just lost their ever loving mind. Like Black Friday shopping, it is always a mess. And I didn't go this year. Well, usually I go on Thanksgiving. I go to JCPenney to get me some more boots. But I'm like, I got like several pair of boots now. I don't need another pair, but I wanted to go anyway because I like they may have a new style. Like you can't beat a $99 pair of boots. And one year I got them for like $11 because they gave me a $10 off coupon. But we was too late to get that last year, so they was like $20. You can't beat that. And there was some cute boots, yeah, but. Them people be in those stores, wrapped around the store. But me, my husband, and his auntie, we went to the jewelry department and bought a few pieces of jewelry for cheap. And was able to pay for our stuff there, and we didn't have to stand in that line. Look, people look like they were standing there for a good like hour and a half. Like, no ma'am. So while this is going on, Buck outside, tending to somebody. And they're like, "Is Santa gonna die?" He's like, "Nah, that's Santa's not real." They look, what, no, but why are you telling these children that Santa is not real? So it's like, one of the mamas coming like, "Did you tell my child Santa's not real?" He's like, "No, that's not the real Santa." I'm like, Buck, I'm gonna need you to go all the way down. Do you not know that you're not supposed to tell children that? You're not supposed to say that. And I'm hoping children not watching this video. But like, what is wrong with you? I just don't know. Michael and the kids are getting the Christmas tree ready since Athena and Bobby, they have been, trying to make sure that Bobby's all right, making sure that exposure that he had last episode doesn't have any like lasting effects on him. And Michael's just trying to make things special for Bobby since this is his first Christmas with his new family. But like he sees a picture of like an old picture with Athena and him and the kids and Santa, and he was looking kind of like sad. And I was like, "What's wrong? Are you jealous of Bobby?" Because I don't get that. I see as Bobby and Michael as being very good friends. Like, hey, Michael, you part of the family too. It's not like you not around, we kicking you to the side because Bobby's around. Like, they are really close. And Michael and Athena are still close. But I was like, what is going on with Michael? But we're going to get to that in a minute. Now, Maddie, she over here at her lawyer's, and the lawyer's like, okay, boo, well, here's your the marital assets. It's like almost $500,000. And she doesn't feel comfortable taking the money, mainly because she's the one that killed Doug and how their relationship was. But I was like, boo boo, like, you didn't kill him because you wanted insurance money, or you didn't kill him because he didn't like the color wallpaper. You didn't kill him because, you know, he said your food was nasty. You killed him because he was in the process of trying to kill you, and he had already tried to kill Chimney after stalking you and befriending Chimney. Chimney almost died for the second time because of Doug. You was trying to save your life and ended his. Like, it wasn't planned. It was self-defense, you know. And she looked like she don't want to take that money. I was like, I don't want to kill nobody to get that money. But I would love if, like, they was like, okay, here's $500,000 for you because A, B, C, and D. But then I was thinking, this is California. Like, how long is $500,000 gonna last? That it just doesn't sound like it's going to stretch long. Maybe if you know invested some, maybe you can have like a small crisis center. But I was like, that probably cost a lot of money right there. I don't know what Maddie gonna do with that money, but like living in California, it is not going to carry you far. Now, we got a family. They're on their way to Hawaii. And they didn't check their bags. And the ticket agent, is she the ticket? Yeah, ticket agent. She's like, well, you're going to have to check your golf clubs, too. Now, these are brand new golf clubs. A present for him. He's like, look, these have to go on the plane with me. She's like, no, sir, we can't do that. He's like, okay, but will you handle them with care? She's like, okay, yes. So the people who are in charge of putting the bags on the plane, onto the little cart that goes onto the plane, one dude, he wants to be very careful with the people's luggage because it's like, these people, they may have presents in here. He's trying to be careful. He may be new or he just may be nice. The other dude was like, man, let's throw this stuff on there. And he takes the golf clubs and just sits them on the seating area. Well, he did it and it hit the gas on the little cart thing, which made it just like drive out of control. And that happened recently where the little luggage thing was just like spinning around in a circle. It hit somebody at one point, one of the people that does this. Then it ran into somebody and old dude got out, and I don't know why he hopped up, or was that, I don't know if that was him that got hit, but I do know that old dude got sucked in the engine. That's what I do know. And I was like, oh, that looked like it was a meat grinder or something. He cannot possibly be alive. But he was. The golf clubs went in first, and that is what saved old dude. But like the dude whose golf clubs it belonged to, he's sitting up there looking like, I know you lying. I know that ain't my expensive golf clubs that I have yet to use stuck inside of the engine of that plane. I just know that is not happening. Well, it's there helping old dude. Bobby's nose starts to bleed. I'm nervous. Buck is nervous. Pretty sure y'all was nervous, whoever was watching. I was like, this is not what's happening. Now, I guess I done watched a little too much Chernobyl and people's reaction to Chernobyl. So when I hear radiation, I just think the worst. I'm just like, okay, Bobby, he gonna die. That's just it. Because I was like, the people in Chernobyl who were in the building, like, dude just started bleeding from all kind of different places while he was standing there. He wasn't stabbed. He wasn't shot. He didn't get a paper cut. All that radiation, he was just standing there and just started bleeding. And I was like, oh, snap. Bobby, you were in trouble. You was around all that radiation and all that other stuff that was on that truck. I can't think of the words of it right now. It was all this radioactive material. Bobby, no. But he's like, it is just a nosebleed. But like, it may just be a nosebleed. But the fact that like, within the last few weeks, you was exposed to some radioactive material, we was worried about you, Bobby. Now, Athena, she wake up thinking Bobby in the bed with her, but it's Michael. And she's like, what? I was like, what? Did we have like Nightmare Before Christmas type of situation going on. But she goes downstairs and sleep on the couch. And Bobby's like, what you down here doing? She's like, because my ex-husband sleep. He in our bed. He was like, what? Michael come downstairs like, I apologize. I've been taking this medication. And it makes me sleepwalk. Now, was Michael already at the house? Or did he leave his house and come over their house and get into bed? This is what I want to know. Like, some sleeping medications, they will do that to you. My auntie, she used to take some, and I was helping her out after she had her surgery, and I'm asleep, and she just talking about some, does your leg hurt? And I'm like, no, Auntie, you had surgery. Did you get your stuff ready for school? I'm like, first of all, I've been out of school now. At that time, it had been, 9 years? So I'm not getting ready for, like, I had to ask her and say, she was like, oh, that was my sleeping medication. I was like, okay, I was just checking. That medication will do that to you. So he gives his key back, and then it's like, no, this is your house. And no, he's like, no, it isn't my house. And I was like, I was wondering, I'm like, Michael, you all right, baby? You don't seem too good. Now, let's move over to Leo. He done got dinner ready for his mama. He done made macaroni and cheese with hot dogs. And I was just looking in the background. I was like, he ain't make nobody's mess. If he did, he cleaned up. Meanwhile, my nephew be out here making pancakes, and he's using every fork, plate, spoon, pot, and pan in the house to make pancakes. He be making them from scratch, and they are delicious. But I'm like, you making all this mess to make pancakes. And here Leo over here making macaroni and cheese with hot dogs, and he ain't make this mess. But anyways, but Leo's mama, she gets to grabbing in her chest, and I was like, is it heart attack? That's the first thing I thought. And she passes out, and he has to perform CPR with the help of Maddie. I'm like, okay, good, Maddie. She is a nurse. She knows what to do. He's giving her CPR. He's getting scared because her ribs seem like they cracked. But Maddie tells him, that's okay, keep on going. 118 gets there, and he's still like trying to give her CPR. He's like, we got it from now, you can stop this. Like, no, Maddie told me not to stop, so I have to keep on going. I was like, oh, but the professionals are here right now, and they have to shock her, and she finally gets a pulse. And I was like, okay. He thought he was in trouble because he couldn't go with his mom to the hospital. He's like, am I in trouble because I hurt her? Is that why they wouldn't let me go? I was like, oh, baby, it is not. I just be calling children baby, and I really need to stop doing that. He is, 10 years old? But that is something in me. I will call you a baby if you go to the age of 18. How your baby doing? Anyways. Since it's just the two of them and his dad then passed on, like, children's services has to come and get him. I was like, it's the holidays time, and I wouldn't want him to be in, a group home or foster care while, it's the holidays. I mean, I wouldn't want that for anybody, so I want to just say that he's special. Now, y'all, we was out here worried about Bobby and how his health is doing. We need to be looking at Michael, because Michael at the mall, blurry-eyed as a mug. Now, me, when I'm not feeling good, I immediately sit down. But he was so blurry-eyed, and he just kept on walking like he was oblivious to it. He was just like walking into people. He ended up breaking the glass door, walked right through it, cut himself all the way up. I'm like, yeah, Michael, yeah, you not doing good. I think that she gets to the hospital and she wants to know what's up. I don't want to hear the story that you want to tell me. I want to hear the actual factual story. He says that he hasn't been getting any sleep, and he could be technically drunk right now. And that is true. Like, if you don't get enough sleep, it's the same effects of being drunk. So, yeah. And this is his first Christmas alone, and she tells him he's not alone, that he has a family. And he said after the holidays, he's going to get a full checkup. I said, I'm going to need you to do that, bro, because just being blurry-eyed like that ain't good, and you just walking into windows. That's not good neither. Now, we have a lady who has a severe toothache, and she took a huge glob, like a dollop would go on a piece of pie. Yeah, that kind of glob, and put of some benzocaine cream on her tooth. I was like, did you swallow it too? Because she just put it in her mouth. She's like, oh, that feels so much better. And she wakes up in the morning and she is completely blue. She calls, the 911 operator's like, I am blue. That's like, yeah, people get sad around this time of holiday. She's like, no, I am literally blue. Now, when I tell y'all, I had this toothache one time. And I was like, oh, this hurts so bad. I just want to get this tooth pulled so this pain will go away. So I'm up there using like a oral gel on my tooth. I am in so much pain because of this tooth. I am laying on a heating pad to get some kind of relief from this tooth, and I couldn't get any. It turns out I had a sinus infection, which I would not wish on anybody, because with that sinus infection, they had my tooth hurting because my sinus is draining. It was blocked, I guess, right there, and it was horrible because I couldn't even sit up because I was so nauseated and in so much pain. I was out for a few good days, and what made matters worse is my brother left me alone with my nephew, who was like 4 at the time. So he wants to come in there, Auntie, can you do this with me? I'm like, baby, Auntie don't feel good. Just go in there and watch your, Pocoyo or whatever you watch. And he come back in, Auntie, are you feeling better yet? I'm like, baby, no, Auntie not feeling good. But that was the worst pain. They realized what's going on with her because of the benzocaine, and she took several tubes of this, and it changed her color of her skin, and it made her blood turn a different color. So they, do all the medications to make her feel better. She was like, oh my goodness, thank you. And on top of this, I have to go to work. It's like, yeah, you have the day off, and you get yourself a little morphine drip. I know she was happy. I was like, she had to get like a root canal or something like it. Just toothache pains, I cannot. So Athena decorates the firehouse, invites all of the 118 and family members there. Like Christopher, my boy Christopher, he was already sad because he thought that Eddie was, because Eddie had to work on Christmas. He was like, but can I spend Christmas with you? He's like, no, I'm sorry. Christopher, I have to work too. So he's like, I don't like Christmas. I was like, I don't want to see my boy Christopher hurting and sad. So Athena, she got everything together, because like they had like, okay, we're gonna have Chinese or something else. But was like, hey, we have a turkey? Like turkey was not on the list. So he went over and told Athena, and Athena she can cook too, like Bobby. So like she got everything together. So he was happy. Everybody was happy. I was like, okay, good. Yeah, we like this. Athena's wife, I cannot think of her name right now. She let Leo and other kids from foster care come because it's overcrowded, and they're probably not gonna get any presents. So this is like them to have like somewhat of a happy moment. And they discussed, becoming foster mothers. So I was like, that's good. Leo's mama was there because she's going to be discharged the next day. I was like, that's good. She wasn't in the hospital the whole, like, I guess it was Christmas. But, like, he gets to see his mom and spend some time with her. And they have a little Christmas ceremony. I was like, that's good. I like that. Maddie, she goes to into the wilderness. That's not the wilderness, into the woods where she killed Doug and she just finally lets go. She apologized for not leaving Doug sooner. She sorry that she didn't die next to him, and she just let all that go. I was like, that's good, Maddie. You needed to do that because you were still holding on to all that anger and guilt of killing this man who was trying to kill you. Now, lastly, Bobby wants to know what's really up with Michael. Like, now, I don't want you to tell me the story that you told the kids and the thing, like, what's really going on. And Michael tells him that they ran some scans and they found a mass. And it might be cancer. Now, this whole time we was worried about Bobby. Now we need to be worried about Michael. But he's like, he wants to wait until after the holidays to, tell Athena and the kids, because he don't want them to have this own, they mind at Christmas time. Now I'm scared for Michael. Like, I don't want nothing to happen to Michael neither. But y'all, that was the gist. By all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on. So with my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people, and you come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already a family member of one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Going out there and bring more people over here so they can be my peoples. Tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples. Now, this is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.